In royal life, absence is rarely empty. It speaks, it echoes, and sometimes it invites speculation far louder than any presence ever could. The recent christening of baby Athena Elizabeth Rose Mapel-Mazzi, the second daughter of Princess Beatrice and Edoardo Mapelli-Mazzi, was one such moment. Held quietly at the Chapel Royal in St. James's Palace, steeped in centuries of royal tradition, the ceremony was intimate by design. Immediate family, close friends, no spectacle, no grand procession. And yet, the absence of senior royals, particularly the Prince and Princess of Wales, quickly became the story. For some commentators, this absence was seized upon as proof of a widening rift. Rumors resurfaced, suggesting that Beatrice and Eugenie were distancing themselves from William and Catherine, especially after both sisters chose not to attend the Princess of Wales's deeply personal Together at Christmas Carol service at Westminster Abbey. But royal relationships, like royal duties, are rarely so simple. To understand why William and Catherine were not present at Athena's christening, one must look not at gossip, but at context, and at courtesy. This was a private family christening, not a state occasion. Traditionally, such ceremonies are attended by parents, godparents, grandparents, and a small circle of trusted loved ones. The presence of the future king and queen would have elevated the event beyond its intended intimacy. Their absence, therefore, was not a snub, but an act of restraint. The same logic applies to the Prince and Princess of Wales. It is widely understood within royal circles that William is personally fond of his cousins, Beatrice and Eugenie. Their bond dates back to childhood, shaped by shared experiences and mutual understanding. The idea that William would deliberately withhold goodwill from Beatrice at such a tender family moment does not align with his character, nor with Catherine's. Instead, what we are likely witnessing is something far more deliberate and far more compassionate. With Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson in attendance as grandparents, a role neither could nor should be denied, the presence of senior working royals would have shifted the focus. The media lens would inevitably have widened, turning a baby's christening into an awkward tableau of proximity, optics, and unresolved scandal. William and Catherine understand this better than most. By choosing not to attend publicly, they allowed the day to belong entirely to Athena. Not to Andrew's past, not to institutional tension, and not to speculation. This was not absence as rejection. It was absence as protection. And it is widely believed that the Prince and Princess of Wales found quieter ways to show their support. Private visits, personal messages, warm wishes offered away from cameras and headlines. These gestures do not trend on social media, but within royal families, they matter far more. As for the rumors of estrangement following the Westminster Abbey Carol service, those too deserve nuance. Beatrice and Eugenie were personally invited by Catherine, a significant detail often overlooked. Catherine's carol service is her own initiative, much like William's Earthshot Prize. Notably, both Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie later issued a public message of support, warmly praising Catherine's Together at Christmas Carol service and expressing regret that they could not attend. Invitations are intentional, and the sisters' public apology and gracious message of support made clear that their absence was not rooted in hostility. Rather, it reflected an impossible dilemma: attend and risk becoming the story, symbols of their father's controversy rather than guests of goodwill, or decline and be accused of disloyalty. In choosing the quieter path, they may simply have been choosing peace. This moment, then, is not about fractured loyalties. It is about a royal family navigating an extraordinarily delicate chapter, balancing compassion with caution, love with responsibility. Princess Beatrice herself embodies this balance. In recent months, she has spoken movingly about the loneliness of premature birth, about vulnerability, about motherhood stripped of illusion. Her life, like that of her cousins, exists at the intersection of public expectation and private emotion. William and Catherine understand that intersection intimately. Their absence from the christening should not be read as distance, but as discretion, not as coldness, but as care. In royal terms, sometimes the greatest act of support is knowing when not to stand in the frame. And in the quiet that followed Athena's christening, beyond the chapel walls, beyond the headlines, it is there in private that the real bonds of family are most often found.